Hello and welcome to Elizabeth's Craft Room. I've been having so much fun with a stamp set and matching dies called Custom Tea from Stampin' Up in the new Spring Summer catalogue. There is so much in this stamp set that it does make it really versatile. You can make everything from sort of tuxedo jackets to shirts to t-shirts for men, and you can also make loads of stuff for girls as well. So I'll do a girls one and probably next week, but I'll go ahead and show you how to do some of the elements of these here today. So we're going to start off by stamping, and we're going to stamp some of these elements ready to cut out. So I'm going to do a nice white business shirt, but it starts off as a t-shirt, as you can see. So what you need to do is also stamp a collar, which we're going to cut out with a die. Other bits to stamp at the same time. We're going to have some buttons on this shirt. Now most of it's going to be covered up by a tie, so I only need to stamp about 3 buttons there at the bottom. We don't need to stamp them all the way down on this occasion. And then I'm going to stamp a nice stripy tie. The other things I'm stamping, I'm going to stamp a greeting. There are lots and lots of greetings on there, and I'm going to go for 1 in a million. I'm also going to stamp a little pocket on this shirt. Okay, so that's my stamping done to get started here. So I'm now going to bring in the big shot. Now there are actually 2 lots of dies that I'm going to use today. I'm going to use obviously the ones that go with this set. So there's our t-shirt ready to cut. Lined up. And we've also got the collar. I'll just get all the bits out, I think, and then line them up. And the tie there. But I'm also going to use these set of dies as well. These are called the stitched framelits. And those of you who remember Top Note, it had little stitching pieces around it, and they're fantastic. And I'm going to use these. I'm so glad to have these dies because they just add a little extra something. So I am going to cut some of those as well. Let's get these lined up. So we'll just go ahead and cut some more of the stitched shapes framelits to build up some backgrounds. Now I've chosen some sort of manly colours there of a red card and a tip-top taupe layer. But the designer paper I'm putting on the top, I think you're going to be surprised of the set that I've taken it from. This is a 12 by 12 set, and it's called the Succulent Garden Designer Series paper. And although it has some very, very pretty patterns in it, it also has some that can be used for masculine cards. So I actually picked this piece here, which picks out a little bit of the red. It's got pink in it, but it's actually quite, I think it's got a little bit of rose red, but that's quite a dark red, and because it's only tiny bits, it's really more the taupe and the mint macaroon that your eye goes to. So I'm just going to layer up those pieces. And I will say that what I could have done was to gut this piece, cut this piece here out of the layer, because that is going to actually be hidden. So just for you at home, to save your cardstock, that's what I would do. Right, and then we're going to make up a little collage here for our man's shirt. So I'm going to pop that piece on there to go at the top. And then this piece here down at the bottom, which is the greeting that we did, which was 1 in a million. And whenever I lift that up, can you see the difference that those stitched frames make? They really are fantastic. Now, if you're thinking, oh, I've already got the circles and the ovals and the squares, don't worry, because those will actually layer up with them as well. In fact, if I show you on this one with the number 1 dad, I've got a plain circle layered with a stitched one. So you can actually use those together and they work beautifully. So let's put our shirt together now. So there's the little collar, and you're going to stick that direct on, and you want that to go a little bit above so that the collar piece actually lines up like so. Does that make sense? So it's a little bit over the edge there, and then we're going to put our tie down the front. And I am doing all of this with Tombow. And right, here's a little tip that I'd forgotten because it's a while since I made the original. Lift that up to pop your tie underneath. There we go. So don't put the glue right down at the bottom, because you're going to need to slide your tie underneath there just a little bit. There you go. Now, what I did before, I'll just move the camera down. I felt the tie needed to be a little bolder, so I'm just taking my marker and colouring in alternate stripes there. I'm doing that quite quickly. I'm a little bit blodgy. I could have been neater on that, I will say. But there you go. And I think that makes it pop a little bit more. I prefer the look of that. And then we're going to pop that up on some dimensionals. And I think what I'll do is I'll do it a little bit offset, like that. And put my 1 in a million up as well. And put that actually straight down in the corner there. So quite a simple card to make with these, but as I say, there are so many options with the different stamps. So this is the one that makes it into a suit front. You've got bow ties, you've got little flowers when you're decorating your girly t-shirts, you've got sporty ones. I don't like the phrase rad dad personally, so I would just chop off the rad and use dad, and in fact that's what I did when I did my number 1 dad on there. I just used the number 1 and the dad part there. We've got bride to be, birthday girl, birthday boy, good luck, and as I say, different collars, different edges. If you're wondering now which was the one, or this piece here can be a belt or it can be the front of a shirt. These little pieces here I will show you on the next video, can be for t-shirts, and the final one I was going to show you, which I can't see on there, oh yes, these 2 little lines here, someone was saying they weren't sure what those were for. They're actually to make the little ends on the t-shirts, to finish off the t-shirts. So loads and loads of stamps to put together and create your outfits. So I hope you've enjoyed your visit to Elizabeth's Craft Room today. If you would like, custom tee or any of the other goodies that we've used today, you can get them from my online store. Just Google Elizabeth's Craft Room and you'll find me, or use the links at the bottom of this post. Thanks for visiting, and I look forward to welcoming you back soon when we'll do a girly version of the t-shirt.